Hi YouTubers, and welcome to the Bubda channel. Today you will be getting a tutorial on everything you need to know about the Pacific Standard heist and how to do the glitch. To do the glitch you will need to have two people with their Pacific Standard ready, or their Pacific Standard finale ready. The glitch is a way the heist can be run over and over again without having to do all the setups. On the heist board, the host can either be the hacker or the crowd control one. Do not put the host as Demolition, as Demolition will be getting all the money. When running the glitch with two people hosting their own Pacific Standards, the first time it's run, the host will take 0% and he will give the person who will be hosting the second heist 50%. And the other two players, they will take 25%. And then on the second time round, the first host will get his 50% and the second host will get 0%. Basically it works out that everyone who's doing the heist will get 50% every time the heist is run twice. First things first, in the bank, try not to shoot anyone if possible. Well, actually don't shoot anyone. The only people you're allowed to shoot is the guards. But I usually press circle and go and hit the guard in the face with the butt of the gun, and that's all you need to do. You'll have your crowd control. One of those people needs to have the RPG and they need to be stood up on the table so that all the other people can see them. This will keep the intimidation bar full. And you can shoot around, but there is a risk that you will shoot the people on the floor, but you don't get the RPG till you reach level 100, so you might have to do this. But the RPG is the easiest way around that. Okay, so Demolition and Hacker, they're going to go downstairs. They're going to meet these two guards, so always be prepared for those. You're also upstairs, there's going to be two guards coming down. Crowd control needs to take care of that. That's the other crowd control that's walking around. So he needs to make sure that those guards, there's going to be about 4 guards in total coming downstairs and 2 from the basement here. Now, only one person gets the cash. I usually leave this to Demolition. This must not be the host. The host, if they're doing the glitch, must not take the cash because they will take the cash with them when they cancel the heist at the end. This is something I will show you later. So, only one person takes the money, and that's usually what I would usually put Demolition as this. The other person would go upstairs and they would help if needed, or they can just be prepared for when they go out the door. Okay, so once you've got all the cash, everyone gets back to the front doors, and I try to have it where one person, one of the crowd control, they'll go out and try and blow as many cop cars as possible. Preferably they're wearing heist gear. The other crowd control, he's going to do the run. Now this would be crowd control 2. On that leaderboard at the start, or on that board at the start, you need to make sure that the one who's going to do the run is the second one on the list. Now this is the one here I've got. You'll see this, hang on, you'll see the character soon. I'll show you the character who's going to do the run. I think it's going to be this guy. No, I've got him doing the... Now, the Demolition, he just needs to go in and out of the bank quickly. Now so Demolition, when they get to the front door, all they need to do is wait till it's safe and then get in and out of the bank as quickly as possible. Hacker and Crowd Control 1, they will be taking care of all the police cars, and the Crowd Control 2, they will be doing the run. Right, so here's somebody with the rocket launcher. If your Crowd Control 2 is just playing around, you can use the rocket launcher and just fire a couple of rockets up onto the upper stairs there. Okay, now if you'd put the alarm, the SWAT team would actually be here now, and that's usually when you shoot someone, and you do not want to get the SWAT team because they are a lot harder to get past. So always make sure you keep the intimidation bar full. And then by just standing there with the RPG, it's the only weapon that does it. If you stand there with the RPG, this will stop the intimidation bar going down. So like I say, just shoot all these police cars, because there's usually a couple of police officers behind. Right, one person will go off and do the run, and the other two, they stay here and just keep the demolition, or the person with the cash, they protect them. The person with the cash must not get involved with any shooting whatsoever. If this happens, they start to lose money. So to keep the full amount of money, they must make sure they stay in the bank while the other two just keep the police away. However, demolition must come out the bank just for a brief period, just to meet the checkpoint. If they don't, this will fail the heist. If crowd control 1 does a run, as you can see, we've just blown a helicopter up there. You get the helicopter, you get 2 helicopters actually, and you get 3 police cars. Whereas if you are crowd control 2, you do not get the police cars. All you get is 1 police officer just with a small handgun, which is easy to take out. You'll see soon when I show you my run. When the person gets to the bike, they usually blow themselves up. This is what's happened here. They'll blow up the bikes, they'll wait for the message to come on to say go to the canyon, and then you kill yourself by whichever means. You must make sure you blow the bikes up, otherwise the message doesn't come. And also, before someone gets in the Kuruma, which is what we're going to use here, the bikes must also be blown off, but you must wait for someone to get in the garage, otherwise they will not be able to to get in their garage easily. Also, this depends on what clothing you're wearing. If you're wearing the full heist clothing, you will have trouble getting into the garage as well. So here comes the Kuruma, and we all get in it. Bulletproof car, off we go. Saying that it is a bulletproof car, it is a good idea for the person carrying the cash to press X. This holds their head down. This also stops any shots. And try to drive as carefully as possible, because when the cars hit, this can also stop, can get rid of the money, lose money, sorry. Other benefits from not wearing the heist clothing are that you can run faster. These characters have got shorts on deliberately so they can actually run faster. And trainers, if you put the heist clothing on, you will notice a considerable difference in speed. Some of the people in the actual bank, there's a guy just over near the bookshelf there. He's an undercover cop, and he does actually have a handgun, so it's always worth keeping an eye on him, because he will stand up occasionally and he will fire at you. I find if you haven't got the RPG, just fire at the glass where the bankers work, because this is the easiest place to shoot, and it also stops anyone getting shot. Okay, so it's my turn to do the run now. What I usually do, I don't bother with armor. I mean, I put 1 armor on at the start, but generally I don't keep topping armor up. Some people use armor. I use the snacks. They're the best things to use. But I don't put the snacks on until I've finished using the RPG or the homing missile. First thing I'm going to do is go out the bank, and I'm going to try and shoot 2 police cars to the left. Right, so I've got my crowd control 1's just gone out. He's going to shoot a few to stop me getting any shots. Right, so first things first, get these 2 police cars done. And then I'm going to switch weapon. And then I'm going to bring up my snacks. And the only way you can move fast when you've got these snacks up is by jumping, which is pressing the square. And any time I get shot, my health goes down, I just press X. Just tops me up. If you're holding down the left button, or the aim button, if you're holding down the aim button, this will stop you having like the scene where you can see him drinking or eating the snacks. So you must make sure you meet all the checkpoints. And as you can see here, I've only got one police officer to deal with. Back there was the potentially 3 police officers, but there's just this one here now. Sometimes there's 3 police cars here and 2 choppers. That's if you're crowd control 1. So always make sure crowd control 2 goes. So you hardly get anything. And then I just get rid of the snacks and then I run as quickly as possible so I don't have to do the jumping. Just run around here. As you can see, I took quite a few shots, but my health's still full because I kept tapping on the snacks. So always make sure you've got lots of snacks before. Blow the bikes up. I always blow that first bike up and that usually blows all the others up. In this case it didn't work, but it usually works like that. But make sure you blow all the bikes. Now you can see this message coming here. Now head to the canyon. So now that's happened, now I can kill myself. And then we will all spawn back at this point. So only I have to do the run. Otherwise all 4 of you have to do the run and you lose lots of money. So this is why we do this point. So we make sure we've got all the money. So everyone restarts again. Lots of loading screens with GTA. As everyone knows, this is such an annoying game for loading screens. You spend most of your time looking at these, and this is why I enjoy the CEO missions, because you can spend all day doing missions without actually having to see a loading screen. Okay, so here we are. Now I'm going to run to my Kuruma. I've got the garage just around here, so you need to make sure you buy this garage. I can't actually remember the name of the place, but if you look on the map you can see whereabouts I am anyway. It's just around the corner from the Pacific Standard Bank. Buy this property, you can keep your Kuruma in there, or armoured cars, whichever. I always keep 2 Kurumas, 2 insurgents and a couple of other armed cars just in case they're blown up or I forget to call the insurance company, whichever. You always get someone who will blow your car up at the end, or so everyone gets in the car. Apparently it's best for the one who carries the money to sit in the back. Is less likely to get shot through the windows. But I've done this job so many times, it's they don't even press X, they don't even sit in the back, and we've still got all the money. So this is just a small thing. So everyone seems to have their own way of getting to the boat at the end. A couple of things about the boat before we get there, and this is very important. To do the glitch, one thing that you must make sure is that the person carrying the money and the person who's hosting this mission are sitting in the back of the boat. This must be done, and you will always find there's a big confusion at the end. So these 2 people must wait back and let the other 2, the 2 crowd controls, get in the front, unless of course one of the crowd control is the host. But yeah, they must be sat in the back of the boat. No one's to pull a parachute as well, because there's always someone who gets killed, so we never use the parachutes. That we always stay in the Kuruma. The Kuruma will land from any height and not blow up. So everyone stays in that Kuruma until they get to the boat. And a lot of people do go off-road. I do a few bits off-road, but as with a few of my friends have found, not all the off-road parts are time-saving. You might not see so many police, but a lot of the off-road parts, you really are just wasting time. I like to get down to the boat and make sure that we have at least three or 4 minutes to spare for, I don't know, let's say something happens. It's always good to have a bit of time spare. And not only that, the quicker you get done, the quicker you can do another Pacific Standard or another heist, whichever you want to do. One thing I've also found, when you're driving along, try to make sure that no one shoots. And, when someone shoots, this aggravates the police, and you do get there. They seem to become more violent in their attacking, which just delays you getting to the bank, and also you can lose money from being shot. So once we're over this bridge, there's going to be one more little off-road part. This doesn't save a lot of time, but it's this just stops you having to go around that corner up there. So we just go up on this grass part here, and we're going to head straight for the tunnel. You can see on the map I'm heading for the yellow circle through these trees, yellow checkpoint. Now I go full speed through this tunnel, and I slam the brakes on just after the end of the tunnel. Now some people go up onto the hill and they do this reverse thing and blah blah blah. I don't really think there's a lot of time saving around here. A lot of people have shown me different ways. I just do this way. I like this way. You keep straight. You don't have to go finding other roads. This is just a quick corner cutting there. I probably didn't save much time by because I ended up hitting that boulder there, but. And then just round here, one thing you've got to be careful of, stay to the left. As you can see, I'm staying the left of these two poles here. If you go on the right, there's a chance you can fall down the stairs. So must make sure no one jumps out of the car. Everyone in the car must know this. So we're going to do the jump now. If you've done stunt racing, you'll know how to keep the car straight in the air. Nice flat landing there. Some people jump off this point and end up on the other side of the canyon. This is a good thing to do because you can save even more time, but there is a risk you can end up in the water, and then everyone has to either swim or run down the side there to the boat, and it is a bit of a walk. So, coming up to the boat soon. Just remember again, the one holding the money must be in the back, and also the one hosting. Also, what is important, the person holding the money must not be the host, because they are going to close the application, which will also take the money with them, so no one will get any money. They will complete the heist, but they will not get the money. The host will not complete the heist. Now there is this point is difficult here for people who have never done it. Now I've developed a way to count myself out on the end of a heist when I'm hosting, but some people they need to be counted out themselves. Now if you're going to count someone out, make sure the boat's going full speed through that bridge up there. You're going to do, and the countdown will be a 3, 2, 1, then go. When it's go, they close their application down, so they need to be ready on the close application screen, because they won't be able to see what's happening at this point because they'll be on the close application. So it will be 3, 2, 1, go. And before I said, just after I said go, that yellow dot disappeared. So this makes sure that the heist should work. Now, everyone's waiting with anticipation at this point because they don't know whether it's worked, but the next cutscene will confirm that it's worked. And this confirms that everyone's got the money, but that doesn't confirm that the person's definitely got their heist still available. This is where the next screen comes in. You will see Lester and 3 people. If there's 4 people, and include as well as Lester, that means that the person has completed their heist and they will have to do their setups again. Right, so there's 3 people in there. That means that they've still got their heist. And that's basically how the glitch is done and how the heist is performed. Now, as for doing a glitch, GTA or Rockstar do not appreciate this. They want you to buy their shark cards, so they will try to ban people that are doing this. Well, I've never known anyone to be banned for doing the Pacific Standard heist glitch. This is usually for people that are doing quite serious glitches, but I'm sure if they wanted to, they could start banning people for this. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Thanks and goodbye.